Lesson 1, Gym Etiquette.
Hey Anna, I noticed some gym rules that I think are important for everyone to follow.
Oh really? What did you see?
They mentioned using the equipment properly and being respectful to others. It's crucial for a good gym experience. What do you think?
Absolutely. It's common courtesy. I also think we should limit our usage during peak hours to give everyone a chance.
Exactly. It can get crowded, and waiting for machines can be frustrating. Do you have a favorite time to work out?
I prefer early mornings when it's quieter. It helps me start my day on a positive note. What about you?
I usually go in the evenings. It's a great way to unwind after a long day. Have you ever had to wait for equipment?
Yes, especially for the squat rack. It can be a popular spot. How do you handle waiting?
I usually do a quick warm up or stretch nearby. It keeps me active while I wait. What's your gym routine like?
I usually start with cardio, then move on to strength training. It keeps things balanced. How about you?
I like to mix it up too. I do cardio followed by weightlifting. It keeps me motivated. Have you ever tried a group class?
Yes, I took a spin class once. It was intense, but so much fun. Have you tried any classes?
I tried a yoga class recently. It was challenging but relaxing. Do you find classes helpful for motivation?
Definitely. They create a sense of community and push you to work harder. What's your favorite type of workout class?
I enjoy high intensity interval training, HIIT. It's a great way to build strength and endurance quickly. What do you like about spin classes?
I love the music and the energy. The instructors are motivating, which makes a difference. Do you think gym etiquette extends beyond just equipment?
Yes, being mindful of personal space and cleaning up after yourself is important too. How do you make sure you keep the gym clean?
I always wipe down machines after using them. It's a small effort that goes a long way. What's one rule you think everyone should follow?
I think everyone should be respectful and encouraging to others. A supportive environment makes a big difference.
Lesson 2, Organizing Ideas.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about how to organize my notes better.
That's a great idea. What do you use for taking notes?
I usually use notebooks, but I find them a bit chaotic sometimes. How about you?
I prefer digital apps for note taking. They help me keep everything organized and easily accessible.
I totally get that. I always find myself flipping through pages looking for specific information. What app do you use?
I use Evernote. It allows me to categorize notes and add tags. It's super helpful. Have you tried any note taking apps?
I've used Microsoft OneNote a bit. It's nice, but I still prefer writing things down by hand sometimes.
Writing by hand can help with memory retention. Do you have a system for your notebooks?
Not really. I just jot down whatever comes to mind. It can be hard to find things later. How do you organize your notes?
I create separate notebooks for different subjects and use headings for each topic. It makes reviewing easier.
That sounds efficient. Do you also include drawings or diagrams in your notes?
Yes. Visuals really help me understand concepts better. Do you draw anything in your notes?
Sometimes I sketch quick diagrams, but I need to be more consistent with it. What's your favorite way to review your notes?
I like to summarize key points and quiz myself. It reinforces the material. What about you?
I usually reread them, but I like your idea of summarizing. It sounds more engaging.
It definitely is. Have you ever thought about using color coding in your notes?
I haven't tried that yet, but it sounds interesting. How do you use colors?
I assign different colors for different topics. It visually separates information and makes it easier to find.
That's a clever idea. I think I'll give color coding a shot.
Lesson 3: Career Paths.
Hey Anna, I was chatting with a friend in marketing, and it got me thinking about different careers.
That's interesting. What did your friend say about their job?
They mentioned how dynamic and creative marketing can be. How about you? What do you do?
I'm a teacher. I love working with students and helping them learn. What do you enjoy about marketing?
I enjoy the creativity involved in developing campaigns. It's exciting to see ideas come to life. What subjects do you teach?
I teach English and enjoy seeing students improve their language skills. Do you think communication is important in your field?
Absolutely. Clear communication is essential in marketing to convey messages effectively. Do you incorporate different teaching methods?
Yes, I use a mix of lectures, group activities, and games to keep things engaging. What marketing strategies do you find most effective?
I think social media marketing is powerful. It reaches a broad audience quickly. Do you use technology in your teaching?
Definitely. I use online resources and educational apps to enhance learning. Have you noticed any trends in marketing recently?
Yes, sustainability is becoming a key focus for many brands. People want to support eco-friendly companies. What do your students think about environmental issues?
They're very passionate about it. I try to incorporate lessons on sustainability into my curriculum. Do you think businesses should be more socially responsible?
Yes, definitely. Responsibility can improve brand loyalty and attract customers. How do you encourage your students to think critically?
I encourage discussions and debates on various topics. It helps them form their own opinions. Do you think critical thinking is essential in marketing?
Absolutely. Marketers need to analyze data and understand consumer behavior. What's the most rewarding part of your teaching job?
Seeing my students succeed and gain confidence is incredibly rewarding. What about you? What's the highlight of your marketing career?
I love seeing the impact of a successful campaign and how it resonates with the audience. It's nice talking to you, Anna.
Lesson 4, Painting Tips.
Hey Anna, I just finished painting my room, and it was quite the experience.
That sounds fun. What was the first step you took before diving into the painting?
Firstly, I ensured my walls were clean and prepped before painting. It makes a big difference. Have you ever painted a room?
Yes, I painted my living room last summer. I learned that preparation is key. Did you use a primer?
I did. It helped the paint adhere better and made the colors pop. What color did you choose for your living room?
I went with a soft blue. It creates a calming atmosphere. What about your room?
I chose a vibrant green. It really brightens the space. Did you have any challenges while painting?
A few. I accidentally spilled some paint on the floor. Thankfully, I cleaned it up quickly. Have you had any mishaps?
I spilled paint on my clothes. Now they're my designated painting clothes. What's your tip for avoiding spills?
I always lay down a drop cloth. It catches any spills and protects the floor. Do you think choosing the right tools is important?
Absolutely. Good brushes and rollers can make the job easier and the finish smoother. What tools did you use?
I used a roller for the big areas and a brush for the corners. It worked well. Did you have a favorite tool?
I loved using a paint sprayer for the ceilings. It saved so much time. Have you ever tried one?
Not yet, but I'm curious about it. Do you think it's easy to use?
It can be a bit tricky at first, but it's worth it for larger spaces. What's your next DIY project?
I'm thinking about making my own shelves. I love the idea of customizing my space. Have you done any woodworking?
A little. I built a small table once. It was challenging but satisfying. Do you enjoy DIY projects?
I do. They allow me to express my creativity. What's one project you're proud of?
I'm proud of my painted flower pots. They add a personal touch to my garden.
Lesson 5, Fitness Goals.
Hey Anna, I've been trying to stay consistent with my workouts lately.
That's great. What tips do you have for staying on track?
One of my best tips is planning my workouts in advance. It helps me stay organized. Do you have a workout schedule?
Yes, I usually plan my week every Sunday. It makes it easier to stick to my routine. How often do you work out?
I aim for about 4 times a week. I mix cardio and strength training. What about you?
I try to work out 5 times a week. I enjoy mixing yoga and running. Have you ever tried yoga?
I have. It's a great way to improve flexibility. Do you have a favorite yoga pose?
I love the downward dog pose. It stretches the back and feels refreshing. What's your favorite exercise?
I really enjoy weightlifting. It helps build strength and boosts my confidence. How do you stay motivated on tough days?
I remind myself of my goals and how good I feel after a workout. Do you listen to music while exercising?
Definitely. Upbeat music keeps me energized. What's your go to workout playlist like?
I like a mix of pop and electronic music. It really pumps me up. Do you track your progress?
Yes, I keep a journal to note my workouts and improvements. It's motivating to see how far I've come. How do you monitor your progress?
I use a fitness app that tracks my runs and workouts. It helps me stay accountable. Have you set any specific fitness goals?
I want to run a 10K by the end of the year. It's a challenge, but I'm excited. What about you?
I'm aiming to improve my flexibility and complete a yoga challenge. It should be fun. Do you think having a workout buddy helps?
Absolutely. It adds accountability and makes workouts more enjoyable. Do you have a workout partner?
Yes, my friend joins me for runs. We motivate each other to push through. What's your favorite post-workout meal?
I love a protein smoothie with fruits. It's refreshing and energizing.
Lesson 6, Rodeo Adventures.
Hey Anna, I just read about a rodeo event in the Canadian West. It sounds thrilling.
That does sound exciting. What's special about this rodeo?
It's known for attracting the best cowboys and rodeo riders to compete for a grand prize of $25,000. Have you ever been to a rodeo?
I went to one last summer, and it was such a fun experience. The atmosphere was electric. What events did they have?
They had bull riding, barrel racing, and roping contests. Each event was intense. Which event did you enjoy the most?
I loved barrel racing. The horses were so fast, and the riders displayed amazing skill. Do you have a favorite rodeo event?
Bull riding is my favorite. The courage it takes to stay on the bull is incredible. Have you ever tried any rodeo activities?
Not yet, but I would love to learn how to rope. It looks challenging but rewarding. Have you ever considered trying rodeo sports?
I have. I think learning to ride a horse would be a fantastic adventure. What do you think makes rodeos so popular?
I believe it's the combination of tradition, excitement, and the connection to Western culture. It really showcases the cowboy lifestyle.
Exactly. The music, the outfits, and the community feel create a unique experience. What do you think about rodeo outfits?
They're so colorful and stylish. I love the cowboy hats and boots. Do you have a favorite piece of rodeo attire?
I really like the classic denim shirts. They look great and are practical for riding. Have you ever worn cowboy boots?
Yes, I borrowed a pair for the rodeo. They were comfortable and added to the experience. Do you think rodeos are safe?
They have safety measures, but it can still be dangerous. Participants take risks for the thrill. How do you feel about that?
I admire their bravery, but I also think it's important to prioritize safety. What do you think could improve safety at rodeos?
More training in safety gear would help. It's essential for everyone involved. What other Western traditions do you find interesting?
I'm fascinated by line dancing. It seems like a fun way to celebrate Western culture. Have you ever tried it?
I've seen it at rodeos but haven't tried it myself. It looks like a great way to socialize.
Lesson 7: Overcoming Disengagement.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about how fearfully and negatively some people approach new situations.
That's an interesting point. Disengagement can really hold people back. What do you think causes that fear?
I believe it often comes from a fear of failure or looking foolish. Have you ever felt that way?
Definitely. It can be daunting to try something new when you're worried about what others might think. What's your experience with overcoming that fear?
I try to remind myself that everyone starts somewhere. The cost of disengagement here could be very serious indeed, especially in personal growth.
Exactly. Missing out on opportunities can be a big loss. What strategies do you use to stay engaged?
I set small, achievable goals. They make new challenges feel less overwhelming. How about you?
I find it helpful to seek support from friends. It makes trying new things less intimidating. Have you tried that?
Yes, having a buddy system can really boost confidence. Do you think it's important to celebrate small wins?
Absolutely. Celebrating progress, no matter how small, keeps motivation high. What's a recent win you celebrated?
I recently completed a course I was nervous about. I treated myself to a nice dinner afterward. What about you?
I tried a new cooking recipe that turned out great, so I invited friends over to share it. Do you think trying new activities helps combat disengagement?
For sure. It opens up new perspectives and experiences. What's the most surprising thing you've learned from trying something new?
I learned that I really enjoy painting. It was unexpected, but so rewarding. Have you discovered any hidden talents?
I found out I enjoy public speaking. It was scary at first, but now I love it. Do you think our fears often hold us back from discovering our strengths?
Definitely. It's easy to let fear dictate our choices. What advice would you give to someone struggling with disengagement?
I'd say start small, seek support, and remember that it's okay to feel uncomfortable. Growth happens outside our comfort zones.
Lesson 8: Cherished Memories.
Hey Anna, I remember when I was young, I felt so relieved after finding my favorite doll.
Oh, that sounds sweet. Did you have a special bond with her?
Absolutely. I hugged my doll tightly and promised myself that I would never leave her anywhere again. I couldn't imagine life without her. What about you? Did you have a favorite toy?
Yes, I had a stuffed bear named Mr. Cuddles. He was my confidant. Did you ever take your doll on adventures?
All the time. She went on trips to the park and even to school. It felt like she had a life of her own. Did you create stories with your bear?
Yes. I would make up adventures where we traveled to magical places. It was so much fun. Do you think those childhood toys help shape who we become?
Definitely. They teach us about love, care, and imagination. What lessons did you learn from your playtime?
I learned the importance of friendship and creativity. It was a safe space to express myself. Have you kept any of your childhood toys?
I still have my doll tucked away in a box. It brings back such fond memories. Do you still have Mr. Cuddles?
Yes, I do. He's a bit worn out, but I can't part with him. He's a part of my childhood. How do you think nostalgia affects us as adults?
It reminds us of simpler times and can bring comfort during stressful days. What memories do you cherish the most?
I cherish the summer days spent playing outside with friends. Those were carefree moments. What about you?
I remember family gatherings where we played games and laughed together. Those moments shaped my values. Do you think it's important to share these stories with others?
Yes, sharing stories keeps those memories alive and connects us with others. What's one story you'd love to share?
I'd love to tell about the time I lost my doll at the beach and how my family helped me find her. It taught me the value of support.
Lesson 9: Understanding History.
Hey Anna, I was reading about how eventually the people of Canada and the United States realized that their laws had been unfair.
That's an important topic. What specific laws were they referring to?
Mainly laws regarding civil rights and treatment of Indigenous peoples. It's fascinating how public awareness can lead to change. What do you think sparked that realization?
I believe it was a combination of activism and education. People began to understand the impact of these laws on communities. Have you read about any significant movements?
Yes, the civil rights movement in the US played a crucial role in raising awareness. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. made a huge impact. Do you have a favorite historical figure?
I admire Malala Yousafzai for her bravery in advocating for girls' education. Her story is inspiring. What about you?
I really respect Nelson Mandela. His journey and dedication to justice are remarkable. How do you think we can learn from history?
By studying past mistakes, we can make better decisions for the future. It's essential to keep those lessons in mind. Do you think history is often overlooked in education?
Sometimes, yes. I think more focus on diverse perspectives could enrich our understanding. What subjects in history interest you the most?
I'm particularly interested in social movements and how they shape societies. They tell powerful stories. What topics do you find most compelling?
I'm drawn to the history of revolutions. The courage of people fighting for their rights is captivating. How do you think stories from the past influence our present?
They remind us of the importance of standing up for what's right. History can motivate us to advocate for change today. Have you seen any modern examples of this?
Definitely. Recent protests for racial justice and climate change show that people are still fighting for fairness. What movements inspire you?
The global climate strikes are inspiring. It's amazing to see young people unite for a common cause. What role do you think individuals play in shaping history?
Every individual can make a difference, even small actions can lead to significant change. It's empowering to think about our potential impact.
Lesson 10, Ordering Delight.
Hey Anna, do you feel ready to order?
Absolutely, John. I've been thinking about it. What sounds good to you?
I'm leaning towards the pasta, but the steak also sounds tempting. What about you?
I'm craving a nice salad, maybe with some grilled chicken. Have you tried their salads before?
Yes, they're quite fresh. I love how they use local ingredients. Should we share a starter?
That's a great idea. How about the bruschetta? It's so flavorful.
Perfect choice. I'll call the waiter over and place our order for the bruschetta, pasta, and salad.
Sounds like a plan. Do you think we should ask for any special dressings for the salad?
Definitely. I'll ask if they have a homemade vinaigrette. It's always a nice touch.
I agree. It adds a special flavor. What do you think about dessert?
Ooh, dessert sounds tempting. I heard their chocolate cake is to die for.
Yes. I've had it before, and it's divine. Should we get one to share?
Great idea. Sharing is always more fun, especially with something so delicious.
I can't wait. This meal is going to be amazing. What's your favorite part about dining out?
I love trying new dishes and enjoying the atmosphere. It always feels like an adventure.
Exactly. It's a chance to relax and enjoy good company. Let's make the most of it.
For sure. I'm excited about this delicious journey we're on today.
Lesson 11, Soft versus Hard.
Hey Anna, have you ever thought about how different things feel?
Oh, all the time. It's fascinating. For instance, a teddy bear is so soft. It feels good to touch.
Exactly. That's why kids love them. What else do you think is soft?
Pillows are another great example. They're perfect for resting your head.
Right. And blankets can be incredibly soft too, especially when they're fresh out of the dryer.
Definitely. On the flip side, what do you think about hard things?
Well, a rock is hard, for sure. It's solid and unyielding.
Yes. And think about a table. It's sturdy and can hold a lot of weight.
True. It's interesting how both soft and hard items have their purposes.
Exactly. Like, a hard surface is great for writing, while a soft one is cozy for sleeping.
And some things can even be both. Like a soft leather jacket, hard on the outside but soft to wear.
That's a great point. It makes me think about how textures can change our experiences.
Definitely. Have you ever touched something that surprised you with its texture?
Yes. I once touched a sea sponge. It was both hard and soft at the same time.
Wow! That sounds intriguing. I love when things have unexpected qualities.
Me too. It makes the world so much more interesting to explore.
Absolutely. I think we should go on a texture hunt sometime, feel different objects, and see how they compare.
Lesson 12, Farm Families and Fairs.
Hey Anna, have you seen how fall fairs are becoming popular in our area?
Yes. They're amazing. I love how they showcase local produce and crafts.
Absolutely. It's a great way to support farm families and their hard work.
For sure. I think it really helps them connect with the community, don't you?
Definitely. Plus, it gives people a chance to learn about farming and where their food comes from.
Exactly. Have you tried any fresh produce from the fairs?
Yes, I had the sweetest apples last week. They were so crisp and juicy.
Anna, I love that. Fresh apples taste so much better than store-bought ones. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share our videos and channels.